Good morning, boys and girls. It's Miss Emery, and we're going to be reading together today. So I just want to remind you that you have all been working so hard to solve and check your tricky words. But sometimes readers need bigger tools to get the job done. One strategy may not work for us, so we may need to try other strategies to solve those tricky words in our books. Okay, so today I want to teach you that readers don't just look at the picture, they also think about what is happening in the story to help them figure out what word makes sense. So today we're going to be practicing thinking about what's happening in the story to help us solve those tricky words, okay? And we're going to be using this book today, Zelda and Ivy, the Runaways, and we're going to be thinking about what's happening in the story when we get to a tricky word. Okay, so let's start reading. Chapter 1, The Runaways. You're going to be following along. Dad's making cucumber sandwiches for lunch, said Ivy. Not again, said Zelda. That's it. I'm running away. Zelda stuffed her Lucky Jewel, PJs, blanket, writer's notebook, and an extra pair of socks into her suitcase. I'm coming too, said Ivy. She packed her Princess Mimi doll, PJs, tea set, and Go Fish cards. Zelda marched across the backyard. Ivy followed. Zelda spread her blanket behind the butterfly bush. Here's a good spot, she said. We can see the house, but no one in the house can see us. The Fox sisters peeked through the bush at their parents. Mom and Dad will really... I'm getting to a tricky word here, so let's look at the picture first. Now, I can see in the picture, Mom and Dad are there, but that doesn't really help me solve this word, okay? So I'm going to try and think about what's happening in the story, okay? So the first thing I know is that Zelda and Ivy's dad is making the cucumber sandwiches, right? And Zelda and Ivy didn't want to eat the sandwiches, so they ran away. They ran away from home, okay? So now let's think about their mom and dad will really what? What do you think mom and dad will really do? They're going to miss them, right? So that helps me figure out this word. Now let's see if the word is miss, okay? I'm going to uncover the word. Mom and dad will really miss us, right? That looks right. That looks like miss, right? So it's important to think about what's happening in the story and to check to make sure that it looks right, right? So let's reread the sentence together. Mom and Dad will really miss us, said Ivy. Yes, said Zelda. They'll be sorry they made us. Now I want you to think about this for a minute. Maybe share with your family member, what word do you think this is? Remember, think about what's happening in the story, okay? It's your turn to try this tool, okay? So share with your family, and now I want you to think, what are they sorry that they made us what? What was Dad making Zelda and Ivy? They're making them cucumber sandwiches. So let's check and see if that word is cucumber. Does that look like cucumber? Yes, it looks right. So let's reread that sentence together. Yes, said Zelda. They'll be sorry they made us cucumber sandwiches. Great job using that tool, okay? So now your job today is to stop and think about what is happening in the story. Think what would make sense here, okay? So while you're reading, today you're going to write down tricky words that you were able to solve by thinking about what is happening in the story. Write down the tricky word and share it in your reading portfolio. So if you need to go back to see what the activity is, it is on this slide, okay? So I want you to look for those tricky words and think about what is happening, okay? And have fun reading, okay? Bye.